Welcome to a messy bun tutorial where you don't need any frontal at all to achieve this style. So do stay tuned and keep watching, guys. I'm going to start with using an old extension that I've had. This is human hair. I'm 100%, okay? And then to start with, my hair, it still has a bit of curly pattern in it. So I'm going to blow dry to remove all the curl patterns in it from like the entire of my head. I blow dried it. And then I'm going to use this straightener to straighten all the parts starting from my back, and I'm doing it in smaller sections so that I can take care of all the curls that are in my hair so that I can really lay it flat. So if you want to achieve a sleek ponytail bun, you would have to make sure that every curl pattern in your hair is removed, unless of course you want the curl pattern to still show. Okay, I've seen a lot of girls who have like strong hair patterns and they still show it effortlessly in their ponytails anyway. And then at my front, I'm going to divide my hair into two so that I can have the two tails hanging at my front there. And I'm doing a regular braid to just keep it away from the rest of the hair. Now, to make sure that my hair is looking as natural as possible, I'm sectioning some part of my hair so that it will be left with the middle part, okay, so that I can cover the hair when I attach the extensions to it. So this is the pattern I'm going to use. I used rubber band to secure divide the hairs that I sectioned away into three parts, and then this is how my foundation is looking like. Okay, so at the middle part there, I'm going to do cornrows at the middle part there. Now for most people, they would actually do the cornrows in circles, but I don't know how to do cornrows in circles. I can only do backwards, okay? At least that's what I can do. So that is what I did. And with how to do a cornrow, I actually have a tutorial on my page. So if you don't know how to do a step-by-step beginner cornrow, please check out my shorts, and there's a video that can show you step-by-step tutorial on how to do cornrows at the back, or to like from all back, okay? The important thing is for you to get a skill and you can be good to go. So I braided it all together, and when I made to have a flat end, I attach what I have already done to the next cornrow so that I don't have a bulky cornrow at my back, okay? And this is the last strand. Basically, like I was saying, I fetch the strand of cornrow I have made earlier, and then I add it to the one I am braiding so that I don't have a bulky cornrow at the back. Now I'm going to use thread and needle to lay down all the ones that are standing. So as you can see, I am pulling it into the middle and then using the thread and needle to sew it together by passing the thread and needle through the cornrows that are flat, and then I'll pass the thread over the rows, okay, so that I can have a very flat cornrow. And then when I was done, I secured it in a knot and cut the thread off. So this is how it is looking at the middle, and this is the back. It's not too bulky, at least it's too good to go. Now I'm going to use thread and needle to sew the extensions, the old extensions, onto my head, and I'm going to start by piercing the pin into the ponytail, and then pulling the thread from it and attaching it onto my cornrow. And basically that is what you do. So you just pierce the pin into the weft, and then you push it through the extension, and then you pull and out, you pull and out. So at every time you are pushing the pin into the weft, and then you pull it through the cornrow so that it attaches securely. So you continue to do that until you exhaust the weft that is in your hand. So with the way I am doing it, I'm going in circles, okay, because I'm going to hold it at the top. So I'm sewing it in circles, and I'm doing a turn so that you can see it clearly. So I brought it all the way to my other side so that I can do it in circles. So this is how one weft is looking like. Now to attach the second weft, I'm going to attach it and use a thread and needle to secure in a circular way, just like you are seeing. So it is actually in a circular way because I want to be able to hold it at the top at the end of the day. So if you are doing a regular wig attachment, you would sew it like in semicircles in an archy way, okay, but then because I want to hold it on top, I'm sewing it in circles. So I continued to do it until I reached a certain amount of hair in the middle, and I sewed everything until I was getting tired. So I used glue on the last weft that I had, and then I sticked it onto where I would have used a thread and needle to sew it finally onto my head. So you can continue to use the thread and needle all through, but when I got to the last part, I was tired and feeling lazy to continue. Glue is actually very, very quick. So over here, you can see that it's not touching my cornrows. So if you're going to be using glue, make sure that it's not touching your cornrows. You can wear a net on top of the cornrows before you attach the glue on the net, so that you save your hair from damage. And then when I was done, because I was using glue, I had to blow dry it on cold to secure the glue. So this is how it is looking like for all the extensions that I added in the circular motion. And now I'm combing it to make sure that everything is smoothing out, and then it's flat as possible. So I'm using got to be glue spray, and I'm going to spray it around the base so that I have a sleek tail and it is not popping out from my hair when I add the hairs that I have left out, okay. And then I did the same thing at my front. Make sure that you are generous with the glue spray, so that it can really hold securely for you to enjoy your hair for at least some number of days, okay. Regularly, ponytails are not supposed to be worn for a lot of days, but when you do it well, you can be able to wear it for at least a week or two. So when I was done, I used my glue the dryer to spray it through, and then I added the leave out, and you can see that I'm doing it in sections, okay, adding glue and then spraying the glue spray on top, and using my blow dryer to make sure that everything is secure. So when you are adding the leave out, make sure that you are brushing it through evenly, so that the extension will not be popping through the hair, okay. It will give it an illusion of natural. Everything will not be 100%, but at least you'll be able to hide to a maximum extent, okay. So you section the hair in smaller parts, you brush it through, you add the glue spray, you blow dry on low heat, and then you secure the hair, okay. So basically that's what I am doing, and I repeated it throughout all the sections of leave outs that I had. And I got to this part. So I used rubber band to secure the ponytail that I had, and I was very, very happy because it's looking a little flawless at this point. So at the front, I used gel to clean the parts that I did. You can use any gel that holds, and I'm using the same extension in smaller widths to hold or attach the frontal part, so that I can have the hanging tails at my front. And over here, when I add the glue to the weft, I attach it onto my scalp. So this time the glue is going directly onto my scalp, as you can see. And then for every attachment that I do, I make sure that I use the hair dryer to blow it on dry heat, on low heat, so that it will be very, very much secure. So for each part, I used about 4 wefts to attach at the front, and I did the same thing at the other side. Now, to really make sure that the curls are popping, I used my big barrel curler, and I sectioned the hair into smaller sections. I mean, the extensions are the ponytail on my head, and then I curled them. And with the pattern of the curling, is basically by wrapping the hair around the curler, like what I am doing. You can try so many times and it will be good to go. It is not difficult at all. So I did everything until I was done with the last strand, and it's because it's a messy bun. I just ran my hands through the curls, and then I did as if I was doing a bun, and I made it messy, like you can see, okay. So with the front, I'm using a wax stick to lay down my natural hair on top of the extensions that I have attached, and then I use my big barrel to iron out my hair so that it will blend with the extension, okay. And I'm kind of straightening it here before I do the curl, so that it will really come out nice. And then with the curl pattern, it's the same way that I curled the ponytail at the top. So you basically run it around the curler in that direction, and you hold it for some time before you release. So don't wrap it and release immediately. You iron out the natural hair, you straighten it, and then you wrap it on the curler, and you hold it for some time when you realize that it's very hot before you release it. Okay, so basically that is how to go, and this is a final result. Girl, it is looking so nice. I love how it is looking. However, I don't like how the back is swiveling. I used gel to hold the back. That's why it's swiveling. So I would advise that you stick to the glue spray. Okay, so that is what I didn't like, but it's not looking bad at all. I love how it turned out. There are no extensions that are popping out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Happy Christmas, and do subscribe and like my videos. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.